never imagined silence could wound more deeply than spoken words. But that day, it was all I had left to offer. The afternoon had started like any other, ordinary, uneventful, until I saw her. She was at our usual coffee spot, sitting at the same corner table, in the same chair she always picked. But everything else was different. Across from her sat a man I didn't recognize, someone who wasn't me. He smiled at her like they shared a private world. She laughed, openly, joyfully, the kind of laugh she once saved just for me. I froze. My heart pounded in my chest like a warning drum. Every instinct screamed to walk in, to ask her how, when, why, to demand what changed, what I had done wrong. But I didn't. I simply turned around. No confrontation, no anger. Just silence. I vanished from her world like I'd never belonged to it in the first place. I wiped away our messages, unfollowed her on everything, threw out the hoodie she used to wear, the one that still carried her scent. It felt like removing a piece of myself just to keep breathing. The days crawled by, then weeks. Time became slow and cruel, stretching every hour with the weight of memories I couldn't forget. I kept telling myself I'd be okay, that I deserved more, that she had moved on. But in the quiet spaces I wondered, did she ever think of me? Did she remember how I used to tuck her hair behind her ear? Did she miss the awful coffee I made? Or the way I always saw through her fake smiles? I didn't block her number. Maybe a small, foolish part of me still hoped she'd reach out. And one night she did. My phone lit up with a message. "Please, I need to see you." I stared at the screen as if it might disappear. My chest ached. Rage and yearning clashed inside me. I didn't answer right away. But in the end, curiosity, or maybe heartache, pulled me in. We met at the park. Rain was falling hard, soaking everything, muting the world except the sound of my heartbeat. She stood there, drenched, mascara streaking down her face, hands shivering. She looked nothing like the woman I had seen at the cafe. She looked wrecked. Before I could say anything, she ran to me, clung to me like I still belonged to her. "I didn't choose him," she murmured against my shoulder. "I tried. I thought I could. But it was always you." I didn't answer. I couldn't. Not because I wanted to hurt her, but because I didn't trust myself to speak. I didn't know if I was still open to forgiveness, or just trying to protect the last unbroken part of my heart. She stepped back slightly, her eyes searching mine. "You walked away, and that's when I realized what I'd lost. He wasn't you. He didn't understand me. He didn't know I bite my nails when I'm anxious, or that I hum when I read, or that animal rescue videos always make me cry." She came closer. "He didn't know that I fall asleep best when I hear your heartbeat." There was a lump in my throat I couldn't swallow. She continued, her voice cracking. "I was terrified of how much I loved you, of losing myself. So I ran. And the moment I saw you that day walking past, pretending I wasn't there, it broke me. I clenched my jaw. She wasn't mine anymore. I had no right to hurt, but I did." Tears welled in her eyes. "I never stopped being yours." We stood in the downpour, soaked and unraveling in silence. So many things had been left unsaid. "I'm not asking to go back to what we were," she whispered. "I just need you to hear me out, to give me a chance to fix what I ruined." My heart had built walls, high and heavy, from sleepless nights, from mornings spent reaching for someone who wasn't there. But as I looked at her, so vulnerable, so real, I saw traces of the woman I had first fallen for. The one who danced barefoot in my kitchen. The one who stayed up with me on bad days. The one who believed in me when I couldn't even look at myself. And in that moment, I finally spoke. "I disappeared because seeing you with him broke something I didn't even know could break." She nodded, quietly crying. "You were always more than enough." The rain kept falling, but so did everything else. I didn't offer promises or grand declarations. I didn't wrap her in a fairy tale. But I let her take my hand. I let her speak. I let her cry. And maybe that was something. Maybe that was a beginning. Not of what we used to be, but of something new, shaped by truth, by time, by healing. A new chapter, fragile but real. One we'd write together, word by word.